He who controls the flow of knowledge controls the world. And the world's largest repository of knowledge has 53 miles of shelving and 35,000 volumes, over 12 centuries worth of documents. I'm of course talking about the Vatican archives in Rome. I know what you're thinking, but it's not open to the public. It's accessible only to chosen scholars who are of 75 years and older. Also called the secret archives. Secret comes from the Latin secretum, meaning private. And it's complete with underground bunkers and chambers supposedly to protect ancient documents and artwork from disaster and fire. According to some who have seen inside, it holds fantastic objects capable of unspeakable potential. It's considered one of the most secure buildings in the world, with multiple Swiss guards at only one allowed entry point. The above-ground structure is built more like a fortress than a library, and the underground vault known as the bunker is directly beneath. It has spawned endless conspiracies on what it contains, from imprisoned fallen angels and UFOs, to connections to gigantic supercities under the earth, and entrances to the vast inner earth. But let's talk about the rumors of a device. One capable of etheric transmissions so powerful it could pierce the fabric of space-time. The Chronovisor. One of the men who is claimed to help develop it was a Benedictine monk, Father Pellegrino Ernetti, who beyond being a priest was a scientist, a musicologist, and the world's leading authority on archaic music. His adamant claim is that sometime during 1952, he was involved in the creation of a time-bending machine. According to Ernetti, he was part of a 12-man team of physicists and great minds. And using the knowledge at their disposal, they combined it with recently resurfaced occult knowledge to engineer something seemingly impossible. One other man that is said to have been part of the team was none other than Werner von Braun, the Nazi scientist who was a part of Project Paperclip. He and Ernetti were the only two named. The other 10 wished to remain anonymous. Nonetheless, by combining science and occult insight of the astral planes, they forged a window into the past. So what did it look like? It's said that it had numerous antennae, 3 of which were composed of mysterious metals, which received light and sound signals on every wavelength. Described as a direction finder for tuning to a particular time and place. It also had a screen for viewing and audio-visual recording devices. It was covered in levers and buttons used to tune into electromagnetic frequencies of past events. The story goes that as the team learned how to correctly calibrate the machine, they would behold with their own eyes scenes of ancient Rome and citizens walking around. Then saw an actual live performance of This Estes, a now lost tragedy written by the father of Latin poetry in 169 BC. The monk apparently dictated much of the play, and later released excerpts written in Latin as small bits of proof of his fantastic claims. But this was just the beginning of what they saw. There, watching in awe as the team crowded around the machine, they witnessed rousing speeches by Mussolini and vivid manifestations of Napoleon Bonaparte. But there were even more unbelievable claims, and one that he would actually provide photographic evidence for. the church father would profess to witnessing the final days of Christ and his disciples, and watched him die on the cross. Here are the photos of these supposed events. Real or not, these images are as powerful as the story behind them. But are they simply a work of fiction? Many have claimed to debunk these photos. And there are stories of Ernetti's deathbed confession of everything being fake and made up. Nevertheless, when he died in 1992, the machine was never recovered or seen again. Catholic authorities seem to laugh off or even ignore any questions regarding the Chronovisor. Wild rumors and conspiracies began to spread about the Vatican's cover-up. Perhaps they stored it away with the other secrets in the endless string of caverns and catacombs beneath. In 2020, Pope Francis gave orders to open the archive, stating the Church is not afraid of history. This decision proved to be short-lived, as not long after, it closed again due to the C-19 pandemic. In 2005, Sergio Pagano, the prefect of the secret archives, explained the reason behind the Vatican's reluctance to open it, explaining it's not a matter of courage, but resources. It's so vast, it's difficult to process documents to make them available to historians. I've never been a fan of the Catholic institution, and it's my belief that if they had a time-bending device, they would continue to use it and have absolutely no desire to disclose it to the public. But tell me what you think in the comments. And if you're into myth, conspiracy, and folklore, check out some of these videos. I'll see you guys soon.